Hello everybody and welcome back. Today I'm making a video about a bunch of model train stuff that was sent to me by someone I know. This all originally belonged to his dad, but after finding out I had a big interest in model trains, he decided to give it to me. So that was very thoughtful of him. But without further ado, let's show you what I got. First box, and the smallest box. This was really mind-blowing here, but it is a whole box of American Flyer S-gauge stuff. There's some track, there's some box cars, a few other types of freight cars in here. I was really surprised to see American Flyer S-gauge stuff in there. And I've been looking for a lot of it too, so it worked out really good. Anyways, first object is some kind of Northern Pacific box car of some kind. Really neat. It has all the wheels. Not sure what year it was from or anything. Further kind of research and looking at it might give me a clue. There's another one here. This has the old school link couplers on it, but that's okay because I now have locomotives that'll pull both of them. There's a old top of a box here. Now it may just seem like, you know, nothing that important, but this is very old and kind of a collector's item. There's more of a whole box here. Not in the best shape, but that happens with these older kind of boxers, but nevertheless they're all collector's items. There's another box car here. This is more like a livestock car. This says Missouri Pacific, also with link couplers. And there's a few more things in here besides all the tracks, so I'm going to go ahead and dig those out now. Okay, so next thing is a Golf. I don't know if it's different from Illinois Central Golf. I'm not 100% sure. It's a tanker. It's 3-dome, knuckle couplers. Unfortunately, one seems a little broke here, but I have replacements I can put on there. There's another one here, a single dome, kind of like the one I have. And it's also got link couplers, but then again, not a problem since I have locomotives that'll pull both. Then there's a gondola car here. Unfortunately, it's another broke coupler. Once again, I do have spares. This one's in good shape, but so far everything here is in really, really good condition. In particular, this track is almost brand new, at least some pieces are, in almost brand new condition. This is one of the first times I've ever gotten track in this good of condition, I have to say. Most of the other ones I bought had to have been cleaned to at least some extent, but really impressive how good of shape this is. And it's just a whole box of them, so that'll help out a lot on my unfinished layout, for sure. So another thing that was in here was an old S-gauge American Flyer Pacific locomotive, number 282. I have the 280, which is quite similar, except it's die-cast and has a little bit of a different kind of, it has a little bit of like different detailing on it and such. This is link coupler, and of course it'll pull these cars with the link couplers, and I have other locomotives that are equipped with knuckle couplers. So that's another great thing here. Also, transformers, which you can almost never have enough of. I had one similar to this burn up on me, so at least I got a new one. The cord is going to be replaced at some point. Luckily, I am pretty good with doing that now, I think, because I've already done that on at least 1 or 2 transformers. There's another one here. It's kind of smaller, maybe a little bit newer. I'm not 100% sure. It's got a little track clip here, so that's good to have. I actually don't have any of these. The wires on mine are just soldered directly to the rails. And the plug on this is in great shape, so I wouldn't be surprised if this one works. You always want to test them with a plug strip, just in case, because you are dealing with old electronics. And there is a couple of these old whistling billboards. Now these are a very classic American Flyer piece. I've seen them in stores before. I've never owned any in person, so that's another great thing to have. This one has the button with it. This one doesn't, but there's other ones I can use. So pretty neat. Now there's a lot more, and most of the other stuff is there's some more American Flyer stuff, and we'll show you that. There's another little box here. This is for an American Flyer uncoupler. I think it's just for the switch, I'm pretty sure. You can see right there on the back. So another neat collector's item, more things to add to my collection, for sure. There's a caboose in here as well. So that makes the third American Flyer caboose that I have. This one, of course, also has link couplers, which is good because I've been wanting to have a few more link coupler rolling stock around. Here's another one, also link couplers. This is actually a coal car, otherwise known as a coal hopper. Link couplers as well. And in here, there's this right here is for switches, I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm not that experienced with American Flyer. Definitely more experienced than some people. But yeah, it's kind of, it needs some work. There's some switches here in pretty good shape. It still has the color-coded terminals on it, unlike the other switches I have at the moment, which that's definitely a good thing. There's some more of these. I'm pretty sure these have to do with switches and uncouplers as well. Well, they definitely have something to do with that. Here's some buttons for uncouplers. Another neat thing to have. Right there is another clip that goes on the track. More than one is definitely what I need for my layout because I've got 3 tracks. Another switch. Another little one of these. And that's pretty much it for that box. So moving on. So most of this stuff in this next box is HO scale. Right here's just a Santa Fe hopper car. I actually don't have any Santa Fe hopper cars, so it's definitely going to do good on my layout. A CP rail, otherwise known as Canadian Pacific Rail box car. I have never owned anything from Canadian Pacific, and I'm really glad I finally did because I'm starting to really get into the railroad and the history of it. There's some more things here. A little kit for a motel. I actually have the exact motel, just a slightly different color scheme than this one. This one is like the outside of it's like kind of a pink color with white windows, and mine's just kind of the opposite color scheme. You know, white outside with like pink windows. I guess they made them in a few different formats, so to speak. But moving on again, we got a tanker here for, what railroad is this? Mobile gas, as it's not really for a railroad, but for a company. There's another one in here too, and we'll get to that later. A chassis system caboose, as well as there's a cornflakes boxcar. I've never seen any of these, so I don't know if it's uncommon or anything, but it's from Lifelike. You know, these other ones here are from Lifelike, Model Power. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this from Lifelike. And there's also an HO scale locomotive. Check that out. It's a Bachmann chassis system F unit of some kind, number 7071. I only have one other chassis system locomotive. I'm not sure what it's called. I might actually show you when I do the testing of these locomotives. I might do that in a separate video, however, but there's a locomotive to match the chassis system caboose. So that's always, I've always liked things from the chassis system railroad. It's like one of those things you just can't have enough of when you're doing the kind of railroad themes that I do. I do a lot of Appalachian kind of settings, so that definitely fits in really well. Here is a building. It's from Plasticville, O gauge, which also would fit with S gauge pretty much. I would tilt it upright, but there's other stuff inside. Let me take that out real quick so I can. I don't know if these are parts to it or something else, but kits for plastic O gauge buildings. It's a hospital, and that would definitely fit in perfect with my S gauge layout because it'll fit. It could pretty much fit with either. However, there are more in these boxes. Here, I'll probably see if I can show you guys. There are a lot of pieces of track in there, the tower, some more stuff. I'm actually gonna bring the recording device over here to film it better, just because I don't want this video to be too long. So, as you can probably see, what we've got in here is a lot of track. There is this little tower of some kind. It's my light tower. That's probably also... Oh, it's American Flyer. I did not notice that until just now. Sweet. I've always wanted more accessories for it. Another shell, no wheels on it, for, what does that say? Union Pacific hopper car. And there's a Rock Island one This is from the newer Rock Island Railroad. Since this came back, it's like the newer logo, I guess. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Here's that other mobile gas tanker. It's kind of a bigger one, missing wheels as well. I might have some trucks to go with it. And underneath is a lot of HO scale bridge supports and some other miscellaneous things. I'm going to stop this real quick and come back to it in a bit because I'm going to get some things moved around. So moving on, in the bottom there you can see more of these bridge supports, and I have been considering doing a bigger and better HO scale layout at some point, so definitely things like that are very good to have, for sure. I know I've said that a lot this video, but yeah, just some more random scenery things. Looks like more parts of a building, some kind of car shop or something. That would fit with S-gauge really well. This whole bag of these bridge supports too, so definitely good to have. And some more parts for buildings and stuff. I can go through it all later and try to piece it together. I'll probably have a second video of me testing all of this, so stay tuned for that. I'm pretty confident in both of these engines. I'm pretty sure they'll probably both run, but they might need a little work, and if that's the case, I'll make a video of me fixing them and whatnot. I'm gonna probably test everything here, you know, all the accessories, transformers, well, except for the one with the bad wire. And with that, I'd like to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Please check out my other videos, that helps a lot too. And I'll see you next time.